Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Presented by Carolina Lightweights. Come dip with us. When the action begins in the studio, our referees for tonight's event are Elgato Azul and Carolina Real Streamers. For the viewers in attendance and Facebook and YouTube users around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the Elgato Azul TV studio in Louisville, Texas, it's time! What's up, slime lovers? I'm your host, Chris, a.k.a. Elgato Azul. A partner in slime, Mr. Jamie Dunn, Carolina Lightweights.
What's up, buddy? Hey, Happy New Year, man. Glad to be back.
Yeah, it seems like it's been forever.
I know, right?
We're going to be rusty tonight.
I tell you, man, we're going to have another great show. We got some super things tonight, man, to show off. And
yeah, we got some new stuff to show off. Got some stuff to give away.
Heck of a way.
Parks planer boards. We got a new Action Jackson German alloy 10-aught hook. We're going to show off and give some of those away. How was Christmas and your New Year's?
Man, Christmas was excellent. New Year's, we had a good time. Glad it's over with. Glad to be back to normal. I tell you, man, looks like y'all had a good Christmas and New Year.
Man, we had a great Christmas and New Year. Couldn't be better. So
I know it looked like a lot of people have been doing some fishing, man.
We fished a lot. You know, we've had terrible conditions all season. I was telling guys today, I think we fished high pressure 90% of our trips. Last year, we had high pressure up until Thanksgiving, and then it was on after that. But this year, Mother Nature is just not being nice. I think it's been seasonably warm also.
Yep.
So everything's different. Fish are confused. A lot of them are trying to spawn again. It's very odd. We had a late spawn, and fish are full. You know, I got buddies catching catfish that say they're full of eggs.
Wow. You know, with weather like we've been having, man, no wonder the catfish, the things are changing in catfishing. You know, we've been talking a lot about, you know, everything's not normal no more. Everything's totally different. And this is the reason why.
I used to go off of, I'm doing the opposite.
Yep.
I'm doing the exact opposite of what I used to do.
It's wild, man. Wild.
It's very strange. So we'll get into some of that, what's been working, how we're trying to figure these things out on the fly. You know, I will say typically high pressure fronts are terrible fishing. They haven't been all bad this year. No, I mean, they're not epic trips, but we're steadily catching fish all day. So
yeah. I've got some good friends, man, still telling me, man, they're catching some nice flatheads. Right now, the flatheads are still biting real good on the rivers locally. And normally it kind of slows down just a little bit, but guys are telling me, man, it's wide open right now.
I think I only fished one day with good conditions, and the bite was not good. Wow. One day should have been really good. It was not. It was the only day we didn't do great. I mean, we still did good, but not great.
Yeah, man. It looks like we're starting to get a lot of people to step in, man. Glad that everybody's coming back in for the new year.
Yeah, usually we have a pretty good fall off after we've had a layoff. So glad to see there's some of y'all are still back. So
hey, some of them might have missed us, man.
I've had some guys saying, "When's the show coming back on?" Missed the show, so we're back.
Yes, sir.
We may have to change nights. Unfortunately, we may have to change nights Thursdays soon because of scheduling conflicts. But we're going to work it out. So we're not going away. We'll figure it out.
And we'll definitely give everybody a heads up before that happens. So we'll give y'all guys plenty of time to adjust and get your TV schedules all set back up. So y'all just hang in there with us.
Let's run through here, see who's with us. Pontoon Jody says, teach me. We're going to try to help you guys as best we can. I know it's been a strange year for a lot of people. You just got to get on the water and figure it out. We're going to try to help give y'all some tips on how to do that and what we're doing to find success on these tough condition days. So the Realist Fishing says, what's up, Slime family? Hope everyone has been good. Happy New Year. The Master Outdoors says, here early. Hello, all. Matthew Searley says, what's up, Slime Brothers? Hope everyone is doing good. You're doing great. How's Rebecca doing? She went into surgery today.
Yeah, she's Mama. She's laying in bed right now, trying to recover. She's real sore. So if y'all would hold her up in your prayers. She's a strong one, man. She's fighting to get back at it, to get back to work at Carolina Lake Weights, but
can't
doctor,
hold her down for long. I guarantee.
You can't hold her down, man. You can't hold her down. I got to chain her down to the bed to keep her to just rest a little bit. But y'all keep her in your prayers, man.
She'll be back up and running in no time.
That's
probably
it.
Tomorrow.
I hope not, man, but probably so.
Parker Lip says, evening, Happy New Year. Welcome in. Dustin Clark says, hello. Eagle Eyes Juan Tienda says, good evening, Slime family. Juan's been on them. Breaking PBs. Owen Coke says, what's up, everyone? Dwayne Bullard says, what's up, guys? Paul Dylan Anderson says, nothing. He's silent. Jack says, finally got to tune in live. My heart is racing. Don't get too excited. Brian Helm says, hello from Russell, Texas, 903. Welcome in, buddy. Jody says, howdy. Best Cook says, what's up, Slime family? Ray says, someone teach me how to. Last 2 trips, I've been skunked ugly, dragging baits. Well, we're going to help you. We're going to help you tonight. We're going to get these skunks out the boat.
Yep.
Kendall West says, what's up, slime lovers? Glad the show is back. We're glad to be back.
Yes, sir, bro. We've missed everybody for sure.
Channel cats we are catching have eggs in them, says Parker Lip. It's weird. Weather's warm here in Lake Conroe. We've been warm here as well.
Yep.
My buddies that are fishing up shallow say it's been 65, 66, 67 degrees. Main Lake's still mid 50s, but that's spawning temperatures. Fish are confused. My crappie buddies say they're up in the creeks trying to spawn. Our bait fish were spewing eggs a month ago, so I know they were ready to go do their thing. They're confused, no doubt. Dennis Perry says, what's up, slime goats? He's been out there fishing while he's supposed to be working.
I know, right?
I love it.
Lucky, man, lucky.
John Poole says, good evening, fellas. I got a rod for your son, John. It's sitting in the boat. I'll probably be out there Sunday, so we'll figure out how we can maybe y'all can come fish with me if y'all are free Sunday. I expect fishing to be super tough. It's the highest barometric pressure I've seen in 2 years Sunday. That's what they predict. So we're going. Trent says, well, should be your best day yet. Oh, man. If it is, I'm going to throw everything I know right out the window. Guitar says, big high five. Dustin Clark says, pulled a blue cat out of the mud Saturday. It was so muddy it looked like a mud cat. Our fish Sunday were covered. Sunday? Hell, I can't keep it straight. The holidays got me messed up.
I tell you, man.
last trip I went to Lake Whitney with my buddy Trent Hall, one of my teammates at Carolina Lake Weights, and our fish they looked gold. They were covered in mud. They were buried in it. We still did pretty good in spite of a bad bite. We grinded it. We grinded it out and made it happen. So, Freeze Villarreal says, "What's up, brothers? We're in here talking catfishing." Lance McCoo, the Hawaiian fisherman, says, "Hello, everyone. Welcome
What's
in."
up, brother?
Lance. Thursday works best for Parker. Jack Skull says, "I'd love Thursdays." Thursdays will work for me till Jackson's football season. Then he's got practice Thursdays. So we'll worry about that then. Dan Martin says, "What's happening, crew? Good to see you guys. Welcome in, Dan." Jason Walker says, "What's up?" Stephen Love Jr. says, "What's up? Finally caught y'all live. We got some fresh meat up in here watching us live."
Yes, sir.
Freedom Express says, "Good evening, brothers. Sling some slime juju our way." Man, you've had the juju going for a while now, Lee. So sling some of that my way. Sling some of that on Mother Nature. He's not been nice. Justin Cox says, "What's up, fellas?"
What's up, bro?
11th at the
Yeah.
Cats, Bama Blues.
I was getting ready to say, Chris, I was watching the weigh-in, man. I want to congratulate all the teams. I heard Carolina Lake Weights there a few times. Justin and Greg Mays and them. I think Greg got 10th. Justin, I believe, finished 11th. So we had a lot of guys at the Bama Blues, man. Congratulations, all them guys representing Carolina Lake Weights. You couldn't ask for anything better. I was very proud of all of our guys at the Bama Blues. So we appreciate y'all guys and we love you. And just to show you, man, Carolina Lake Weights is really growing, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a new badass hook that sold 1,000 of them in 5 hours.
Yep. I'm very proud to say since the release of the hooks today, we have sold right at 1,000 hooks today alone. So thank you all so much, man. We've been hunting and trying to improve stuff, and this is the start of one of the many things to come. So the new German steel alloyed hook is here, and they're going fast.
Man,
And now, like I said, you can get the 10 aughts in 20 packs. You can get the 8 aught, the 9 aught, all the hooks in 20 packs right here. So
one in my index finger 2 weeks ago, boy. It went to the bone. I had to literally, it wasn't just in the meat. I had to pull that. It was stuck in bone.
I'm going to tell you, man.
2 weeks to heal.
I've been packing these hooks all day, and them bad boys right there, Chris, they are sharp as I don't know what. I mean, I'm telling you, sharp, brother. It'll make you almost,
try to scoop them out of the little bag with 5 of them in there. That's
man,
but a couple times too.
But guys, it's the same offset as the old hooks. It's the exact same hook. It's the new and improved version, the German alloyed steel hook. So I'm telling you, we're working hard. We really are, guys. And
there's 2 major improvements. Is obviously the alloy from Germany.
Yep.
And the eye. Show them the eye.
Let's get right here, and you can
closer. Closed eye.
Closed eye.
That's not your average Chinese hook. That's a closed eye and a German alloy, an extreme offset. That's the most offset you can find on it.
Yep. We've worked very hard on it, I can tell you, and it's one badass hook, y'all. Chris, you've been using them. Some of our guys have been using them for a while, and y'all seeing the fish, man.
They'll go straight through the freaking top skull. I'm telling you right now, they go straight through the bone.
Guys, and also all the hooks are up on the website. Everything's restocked everything is ready to go. Like I said, now you can also get all of them in 20 packs also. So
I drag. That's a medium wire hook. I will tell you that hook is exactly what I wanted when we went through everything, all the little different things that we wanted. Because there's a lot of hooks out there, but most of them I can find one thing that I would rather change on the hook. That hook is the ultimate dragging hook for big baits.
yeah.
Medium wire. It's got the German alley, so it's extra strong. Super wide gap, extreme offsets, crazy offset. So when they're clamping down on it and not turning, you'll have a lot higher success rate with that offset.
Yep.
I love that hook, man.
I tell you, man, we've worked very hard to get the ultimate hook, and I feel, Chris, that we're there, man, and we're not going to stop there. We've talked about a lot of cool stuff, and we're going to get more hooks, more styles. We're going to get into a lot of cool things
too, right?
Huh?
We're going to give away some tonight too, right?
Yeah, let's give away a couple packs, man.
I'm going to give away also some Parks planer boards because Kevin's one of our show sponsors. He sent me not all new, but he sent me 3 sets to replace some that one of my guests let blow out the boat. But we're going to give away a set tonight. These are the regular boards, green. So we'll do that here in a little bit. Kelby says, what's the tricks? Fishing is super tough. We're going to get into it. Let's finish up in here. First live show, Illinois here. Welcome in, Ted. Welcome in, buddy. There's my boy, Trey Holmes, one of my local fishing buddies. He says, I'll be out fishing somewhere tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, because he's a fishing fool. Can't catch him on the couch. There's no doubt about that. Unless you're playing that fishing video game that come out. Scott J says, what state is that at? Is what at? What were we talking about?
You talking about the Bama Blues tournament or
Alabama?
That was Alabama. Yep.
Big tournament where all the top anglers come, which, Justin's fairly new to the tournament scene, but he's kicking some serious ass. And anytime you can go in there to that lake where so many guys fish it, because there's a lot of hometown guys that fish that lake all the time, to be able to go in there and beat most of them, that's insane to me. He's got a knack for figuring the fish out, especially on a tough bite day. I fished next to him, and on tough days, I will say we're usually right in the same freaking stretch of water. I'm like, yeah, that kid, he's got a knack for finding these things.
Yeah,
so I'm proud. He's one of our teammates at Carolina Lake Weights. He's going to be an up and comer, kicking ass. So proud of that kid. Stephen Lowe Jr. says first time watching as well from Oklahoma.
Welcome in, buddy.
A lot of Okies that watch the show. A lot of my fishing buddies are from right around the Texas-Oklahoma border. They fish that Texoma. I fish it a lot too, but right now we're out fishing East Texas mainly. Gail says, hi, everyone. Jason Shaw says, hey, Chris, looking forward to cashing in for my Christmas gift. Cash it in, man. Trent Hall says, hopping on to say hey to the Slime family. Can't stay long. Well, me and Trent had a good trip. We didn't catch any giants, but we were on a bunch of big fish. We just caught a bunch of 20s. So that was it. We didn't have great bait. We had good enough bait, I guess, to catch fish. But we didn't have what we wanted.
Chris, did you mention Kenneth from Louisiana, first time watcher also?
Yeah, see Kenneth. For some reason, sometimes people don't pop up on my screen. So I apologize if I miss anyone. It's not intentional. I try to catch everyone. That's why the first of the show is always I get way behind. Try to say hello.
We're glad to have everybody here, all the newcomers. Appreciate y'all guys coming in and supporting.
Levi the Fishing Magician says, yo, guys, what's up? The hooks are awesome. Saw them earlier. Told Pop, let's stock up. Levi, I'm going to send you a couple packs. So, Jamie, put him on the list.
All right.
Make sure he gets a couple packs. You'll love them. They're top notch. Y'all do a lot of dragging. You'll love them. They're perfect for dragging big baits. They're not super heavy, so they don't weight your bait down. Gives you more natural presentation. Makes a difference for big fish. Lee says he took a stinger hook on the back of the finger. Had to use pliers to get it out.
Wow.
Sound good? Oh, man. Cross-eyed Catfishing says, Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome in.
Happy New Year, you too, brother.
Bill says, I killed it Monday on that local lake, Chris. Jamie Dunn got the shout out for you in the upcoming video. That's my boy, Killer B. He's a police officer out in Fort Worth. Bill, I need to get you on the boat this month. So we need to get something set up soon. Larry Kern says, need fish. Don't we all? There's never enough. It's like crack. You can't ever get enough. If you're like crack, we're like crackheads. The fish are our freaking crack. Cooler weather on the way, man. Yep, we got cold front hitting Friday night. Saturday is going to be cold front day. Sunday is super high pressure. Both days high pressure, north wind. I'm fishing Sunday when the barometer is supposed to be 30.6. I'm a sucker for punishment. Trinity says, good evening, everyone. Welcome in, buddy. Need more time on the water and less time at work. Man, don't we all? That damn work always getting in the way of a good time. JT Tuberville says, I've held one definitely sharp. Yes, sir. Looks like they hammered him this past weekend, him and Rayland. He's one of our contest winners, our youth angler contest winners for our Christmas cash giveaway at Carolina Lake Weights. I also gave him a couple rods and a Mad Cat's reel. He loaded up. Kenneth Funderburk says, I would like some hooks. Well, if you want to buy them, they're available at www.carolinalakeweights.com. Look under the hooks. It's the Action Jackson 10-aught. It's the one I prefer. But Jamie has in all sizes. So,
yeah.
From what, 6 up to 12?
We got them up from 4 up to 12.
Oh, damn. Flathead Doty says, love you guys. Doty, I can't tell whether your Facebook posts are jokes or real. I'm not sure whether to congratulate you or to say I'm sorry. The last one, I thought, well, what are you getting a Ford or a Chevy? Josh Ibarra says, whoop, whoop. Appreciate the badass songs, Josh. Those are freaking sweet. Josh's been making me some songs. And I put one to video on my Facebook page. It's pretty cool. All right, moving on down. John Poole says, boom. I'm in need of planer boards. Well, I got a set. You could go scour the banks of over at Levon and you can find 3 sets. Kim Clark Hall says, I need to win those boards for Trent Hall. Yep. can never have enough planter boards. They tend to go missing. Thanks for messaging back the other day. Changed some things up and been putting some fish in the boat. Glad to help. Glad to help, Joe. Any of you guys ever need help from me, man, I'm an open book. If I can help you, I will. If I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody that does, and I can find the answer for you. That includes certain fisheries, lakes, rivers. If you got questions about those, hit me up. I will try to find the answer. If I don't know the answer, I know one of my teammates on one of my teams fishes it at a high level. So I have a lot of fishing buddies that can give me information if I don't know it. So I'm always open to helping anybody, any of my friends that are like-minded. So Creole says German alloy hooks sound awfully familiar. Same metal, Creole, different hook. It's not a river cat tackle hook.
I was waiting. I was going to say, please show me that receipt, my friend. Nothing against you, but show me the receipt.
It's a completely different hook. We looked at y'all's hooks, but it wasn't the hook we were looking for. So it's a completely different hook. Watching down here in Belton, Texas, says Tim Arnold. And actually, I have some river cat tackle hooks. I could go get them out of the boat and show you the difference. There's dramatic difference. First timer from North Carolina here. Welcome in, Chad. Welcome in, buddy. Ted Hobson says Carolina Lake Weights has a nice website and user-friendly.
Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. We definitely try.
Jeremy Yankovic says, good evening. River Cat Sackle said you ordered it from us. We sold 1,000 today. Did Jamie, did you buy 1,000 hooks from River Cat Tackle?
Nope. Not at all, bro.
I bought a pack. How did we turn those into 1,000?
Honestly, I wasn't even going to answer that one, Chris, because I'm not getting into it tonight.
We looked at those hooks. We didn't like them. Way too short a shank. So, about 4 hours from Lake Texoma, says Stephen Love Jr. Kenneth Funderbank says, just got a Mad Cat's rod that I won. Going to replace all of his. You're going to love them, man. They're top notch. We done the work. Not on these hooks. Completely different hook. Kenneth Funderburk says, laugh my ass off. So right. All right. You got it, buddy. Yes, sir. Come on down. We'll go hook it up, Billy. Thanks for all the info. Watching from Virginia. Need fish also. Going to try Saturday night to get my first hog of the year.
Heck yeah.
Get him, Daniel. Get him. It's go time, buddy. Andrew Brewer says, what's up, guys? About to talk some fishing if we can get through this dang list. Chris Horde says, what's up, fam?
What's up, buddy?
What's up, bro? I'm going to be giving another Mad Cat's rod away on my Facebook page. I've got a pink one. It's a nice rod. It's a nano rod. I won this rod, and I like green, so I'm going to give it away to a kid. I'm going to run a competition sometime, probably maybe this week or next week. This will be my 30-second rod to give away. I like giving back. All right. River Cat Tackle says you ordered all 1,000 of those from him, Jamie. He has a receipt. What a weirdo.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny. Matthew Searley says, I just ordered another 4 sets of boards. Kevin is the man. There's no doubt. Kevin is the man. May or may not let you know. Operation Vets with Net says, sorry I'm late. We'll forgive you, Richie boy. We'll forgive you. Jad Batten says, need some boards in my life. Chris Horde, seen the post for them new 10-0 Action Jacksons. You're going to love them, buddy. You're going to love them. They just come out of the mud Monday, said Killer B. Yeah, they've been in there Saturday, Bill, or Sunday when we fished. They were muddy as all get out. So we still did all right. We got nothing giant, but a lot of good fish. Beth says, haters going to hate. Ain't that the truth? Jamie Dunn makes some sweet products, man.
Appreciate that, brother. We try, that's for sure.
Boomer Herman says, what's up from West Virginia?
What's up, buddy?
Welcome in. Bending tips. Am I reading that? It's hard for me to read the blue. Got my 2.0s ordered. Ready to put them to work. Andrew Brewer says, what's your thoughts on the high-low rig? I used to use that a lot when I was a kid. I pretty much use I use a rattling Santee rig on a sinker slide, pretty much. For big fish, I'm using a stinger rig. I stinger rig most of my big baits. So I got a 10-aught in the nose and a big giant treble hook in the tail. I use a 7-aught treble hook. It's a monster. We don't talk about that much because some people get mad. When they're buried in the mud, so my rattle rigs are adjustable. I typically adjust my rattle back down so that my baits are closer to the bottom. I try to get my baits within a foot of the bottom. That seems to help when they're in the mud. So Wayne Forrest says, I'm going to give them hooks a try.
Appreciate that, buddy.
Love them.
I'll tell you what, they've been catching some nice fish.
Yeah, they've been doing good. Yeah, we probably went through 100 different hooks just to look to see what we liked out of certain ones and what we didn't like. There's a lot of things we didn't like.
Yep.
Some of them don't have enough offset. Majority of them don't have enough offset for our liking. Everything's preference, but for my liking, I like an extreme offset, super wide gap, medium wire. I like a bent eye, and I like I say extreme offset because that's
big. John, yes, right now the Elgato Lazul green are out of stock. We will have them back in stock very soon, my friend. We're working very hard on that. So as fast as
hardly keep them in stock.
Yeah, so we're working very hard, but we will have those back in stock very soon. Hang in there with us.
All right. So when you guys when you're fishing high pressure, Jamie, post front or while the front's hitting, what's some tips and tricks on, first of all, where are you going to be looking for your fish that are active? What does the pressure do to a fish?
You know, Chris, I'm gonna tell you, man, I like spending some time looking around, because normally when you have a high pressure like that, it's going to be a harder day. It really is. You're going to have to do some hunting around. You can't just go out there and throw in dead water and expect to catch fish. So I'm going to take probably the first 2 to 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, looking around, seeing what I like, trying to spot some fish, and then get on top of them. Basically, I'm going to use my rattles. I'm going to adjust them to different depths to see which ones that they might like the best. So I'm going to use different style rigs. And I might hit some structure. I might hit some ledges and stuff. But it's basically hunting the fish first of all to try to find where they're at. That's what I'm gonna spend some time doing. I don't want to spend time in no dead water for sure. So, I mean, I know pretty much you're basically the same way, pretty much in a lot of ways.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm looking for the big group of fish. Where's the majority of the fish at? And once I find them, I look for structure in that area. So typically, fish that are out on the flats, most days when it's high pressure, they lay down in the mud and don't want to bite. They lock up. But I've noticed that if you can find structure in that same area on that same group of fish, the fish that are on the structure tend to be willing to bite a little more. They're not typically not going to be on fire, but it'll be enough to where you'll have action throughout the day. The reason being, I think fish on structure tend to be willing to bite out of a reactionary type of bite. They're laying there, bait comes over ambush structure. There's some innate sense in them that just wants to attack something. They don't typically take the bait down like they're going to eat it. They just attack it like a cat attacking a feather on a string. They just hit that thing, and then you got to hook them. And I've found that I can get a reaction bite. It's not really them eating the bait. It's just them hitting it. And then you got to be quick on the trigger. You got about 1 second to catch that fish, and then they let it go. It's like a cat on a string. He might have just eaten, but when you dangle that feather in front of him, he'll hit that thing even when he's tired. I think catfish are similar in that nature. So.
That's it. And Chris, I know a lot of people, man, they on days like they special on that. Okay, should I use more peg floats? Should I use more rattles? I myself, I like using more of the rattle style floats myself.
I like to use rattles. I'm typically cutting my baits to flutter. I'll use the whole fillet. I'll flap it over and use it. It's almost like two baits together, but flaps. It makes a little extra vibration when it's going by. I'll use whole baits still. I will downsize a little bit, but I don't go small like a lot of guys do. I still stay pretty big. I try to get a little closer to the bottom. I'm looking for fish that want to react to it. Now, for most of my fishing career, I fished super slow on high pressure days. But the last 2 years, I've fished more high pressure days per trip. I mean, out of all my trips, I've fished more high pressure days the last 2 years than I have probably in the last 10. And I've learned a lot. And I have found that going slow is not, the last 2 years has not been what they want. They actually want it going a little faster. So I've moved a little faster. 0.6 seems to be the speed that they like it when I'm dragging structure and there's high pressure. 0.5, they'll bite a little bit, but 0.6 seems to get more of a reaction as it's going by. They think, oh, I got to grab it. And I'm getting a lot more reactionary type bites doing it that way. So, every day is different, but I would start trying that 0.6. If you guys are like me, I used to go super slow on a high pressure day. But I've found that 0.6 has been kind of the key for my success this year. We're having success even on terrible fishing days. So,
and we've also talked Chris, on how much different things are, starting to find out the last couple of years. I mean, how things are changing in catfishing, man. Their behaviors, what they're doing, with these winters, this, kind of a mild winters and stuff,
There's a
it's,
lot of things I can't explain, Jamie. Like our fish, typically when the water leaves the 60s degree mark and hits the 50s, our gizzard shad group up. And then bigger fish start following the gizzard shad around. We've had water down to 44 was our lowest. Never saw gizzard shad grouped up. Have yet to see gizzard shad grouped up. I see a gazillion threadfin. I'll see threadfin. I'll be in 32 feet, and there will be threadfin from the bottom all the way up to 2 feet. My boat thinks I'm in 2 feet of water. My graph is reading that I'm in 2 feet of water. The threadfin are so thick. But when I see gizzard shad, they're like one here, another one 3 feet over here, another one 4 feet over here. They're just so as spread out as they could possibly be. I've yet to see them grouped up, which is strange to me. I don't know why they're doing that this year. I have zero explanation for it. It's changed a lot of things for me. You can't just go find the gizzard shad and fish around them. I'm finding bait on structure, and I'm fishing the structure a lot. And then I'll see fish scattered out on a flat, and I'll try that. Some days that works. Using the graph a lot to find fish. So
I've had a lot of people tell me, man, they've using graphs more and more than they ever have now. So that that tells me a lot of people are starting to do what we're talking about, man. They're hunting around, they're having to search new areas and stuff. And a lot of the areas that they used to fish is not paying off. So, everybody's having to move around quite a bit.
So John Poole says he's got a question. He has a buddy that went on a fishing trip with a guide, and the guide turned on his thumper, the ones they use for sandies and striper, and told the guy, and the guide said, yeah, hell yeah, he always uses the thumper to attract catfish. Is this true? I know Bobo, he fishes up at Texoma. He's the inventor, and he uses it to catch catfish. Now, I don't see guys using it for trophy catfishing as much as eater catfish, but if the eaters are attracted to it, I don't see why they wouldn't. They're basically thinking that white bass and striper are hitting top water. That's what they're thinking. And so that attracts them. I know they work. I've seen it in action. Would I use one? Hell no. Anybody that's been around a thumper, that's the most annoying piece of equipment you could ever have on a boat. If I had to use a thumper to fish, I would quit fishing because they're annoying.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, man. The only time I've seen a lot of people is basically catching bait.
I'm out to relax.
Yeah,
I went striper fishing with my buddy Matt Mosley. He's a guide, and I'm like, dude, turn that fucking thing off. That's about the most annoying shit I've ever heard. I would rather just fish. Let's go find a group of fish instead of drawing them up under the boat. I got a lot of guide buddies that are top level. They don't use them. They go find fish. So catfishing's the same way. I don't need one. I haven't seen a thumper that could outfish me. So why would I use one?
Yeah.
Go where the fish are at. Go where the fish are on structure. You won't need to call them in.
You know what's so weird, Chris? Back in the day, our grandparents and stuff, our grandfathers used to tell us, man, don't make a noise. Don't just, you got to be quiet. You're going to scare the fish away.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case unless you're up, in 15 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're in 15 foot or less, making noise will spook fish, but out deep, doesn't seem to affect them much at all. I do know the boat, they do get boat shy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They do get boat shy. They know that boat's up there. So you won't see somebody catching a bunch of giants with a thumper. It's not because the thumper doesn't attract them. I think they know the damn boat's there. So a bit, your chances of catching one's going to go down because the big ones won't go right underneath that boat unless you're super deep. You know, if you're deep,
That's it.
probably will. But
Trying to see if there's anything we missed here. Looking back.
Lee says they're great for whites. Yeah, well, whites school up pretty good. So if you can find the school, they're not really hard to find.
And John said, yeah, I've had so luck using one.
Ray says, how far out's your furthest board usually? Jamie, how far out's your furthest board?
Man, I'm going to tell you, Chris, I'm going to tell you, it depends also where I'm fishing, but normally around 100 to 150 back behind the boat.
I agree with that. I'm probably 150, 200 most days.
Yep.
I shorten that up if I have to. I don't want my lines in the water.
That's it.
It depends what I'm doing. You know, if I'm really trying to hit a piece of structure, I'm tight. I got everything pretty tight because you don't need them out there. You know, if I'm trying to hit a piece of structure, I want some that are on the flat. I want some that are at the bottom of the ledge, some that are on the ledge, some that are at the top of the ledge, and some that are way up on the flat that's on top of the, you know.
That's it. We had just talked about this, and, you know, we always say, you know what you're fishing. Make your boards work for you so you know, like you just said, where your points, where your stroke, all that. So you want to hit each and every bit of that. So you might have to bring your boards in closer. You might have to let them out farther. So know what you're fishing and adjust to that for sure.
John Poole says, I think the big cats are smart enough to relate to sound to the boat. I think you're right. They know the boat's coming. That's why that longest planer, it's theory, but I can see them on my side image. When I'm going over big fish, they're almost always angled like this way on my graph, which means when they saw the boat, they kick out to the side. They kick out. And by the time the front of my boat gets to my transducer, they're anywhere from 56 to 80 feet to the side of the boat. That's how fast they kick out when they hear that boat coming over them. They kick out 50 to 80, 85 feet. That seems to be the range they like to kick out, which is pretty much where I got my boards. And then they don't settle down for about a minute or two. They won't hit something because they're a little spooked. But then 2 minutes goes by, and then here comes my biggest bait right in front of
them. Justin said, my board was just a little too far out this weekend. Yeah, I seen that, brother. I seen
Yeah, Justin got his boards run over.
Oh, man.
By another boat.
I tell you, man, boats really, they'll run your boards over with no problem.
Some boards running over. I've had my lines cut halfway between my boards and they just cleared my whole spread, dude. Took it. Just every rod you could. I was live that night. It didn't, that wasn't my proudest moment, the reaction I got, but
I was watching that live. I was like, whew, boy.
Oh, man. I would have boarded that dude's shit like freaking Pirates of the Caribbean, boys. He set my ass on fire. Ike Mitchell says, what's up, everyone? Justin found out what them boards attract. That's other boats. Oh, man. Some people just don't have sense. They got a giant lake. They could very easily stay clear. But I've had guys where I'm fishing with a good buddy, and we are intentionally very close together. And we've had boat come full speed, just cut right between both of us.
Yeah.
And we're like having conversations while we're fishing, me and my buddy. Like, fish on, And our boards are damn near touching. We're got a giant swath we're covering. And we had a boat come right in between us. I'm like, damn. I just chalk it up as ignorance. I don't think the guy was intentional, but there's no excuse for being an idiot either, though, right?
That's true, man. That's
I'm not going to give you here's the thing. It's not safe. Forget about the board. Steering cables break and weird things happen. And I've seen in videos where a big rogue wave hits just at the right time, and that boat all of a sudden gets squirrely and shoots straight at the boat they're close to. So give people their room. There's no reason to be that close. The only time I get that close is if you're my friend and I'm over there saying, hey, buddy, how's it going?
Yeah.
There's no reason to be fucking hauling ass full steam by somebody. It's dangerous. And it's not cool.
I've seen too many boat accidents, man.
Several guides blow through blow right over the top of where our baits were behind the boat. I'm like, damn, they got this whole, ain't not anybody on this lake, but they chose to come blow. Now they didn't know what we were doing because they're all striper guides, but
yeah.
Regardless, I mean, our baits you just spooked whatever was there. Not cool, man.
Crazy, man. Casey Wood 2783 says, I've been fishing for trophy cats for several years and only anchored. I'm thinking about getting into dragging. Any words or advice? What the best trolling motor to buy and the best planer boards?
Well, I mean, for trolling motors, I think they're fairly all similar at this point. Technology is very similar. It just depends on what graph you got and what kind of money you're wanting to spend. But I would definitely get a smart trolling motor. If you plan on really dragging, you want something that, that you can pin your runs. You can set up tracks where you can run structure like shoreline. Way I fish is very intentional when I'm dragging. I am on a ledge, I am on a levee, I'm on a roadbed, I'm on a channel, I'm on a shoreline contour, and I'm staying right on that thing. That's 90% of the time I'm fishing, I'm doing that. So having a trolling motor that can do that. Now, I don't know what graph you got. So I got a Humminbird, so I use Minn Kota. Minn Kota's great with a Humminbird. They link together. I mean, that's some insane technology if you're going to be dragging. I anchored for forever, just like a lot of my Texas buddies. That used to be our preferred way to fish. But with technology and side image and smart trolling motors and planer boards, it's just I prefer to drag now. If I can drag, I'm dragging. I choose that method over anchor fishing.
And I can tell you, man,
I don't like to do it. It's technical.
Yeah,
my way of fishing is technical. It can be a freaking pain in the ass, but the payoff can be astronomical.
Yeah,
you can have insane days dragging.
I tell you, man, when I'm even dragging the rivers, Chris, and a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just anchor up. But when I'm dragging the rivers, I'm keeping my boards fairly close because of all the traffic and stuff. It's bad on the rivers. It really is. It's a lot tighter. It's not like a lake. But I'm going to tell you guys, if you are not dragging rivers, drag them because it pays off big time. You don't only have to anchor on rivers. I've learned, and I'm dragging them and I'm catching fish. So I just want to throw that out there for sure to a lot of guys that's doing the rivers and stuff. Drag them, catch some fish. You'll catch a lot more by dragging than you will anchor.
As far as planer boards, they all work very similar. I mean, I've ran most of them. I run Parks planer boards because they have a variety of them depending on how you're fishing. They have big boards. Uh, they have giant boards. They have regular boards. They have mini boards. It really just depends on what you're doing. There is no one board that's going to be the best. If you got one board that pulls great on a certain condition, it's not going to pull that great on other conditions. So I run Parks planer boards. I love Kevin. He's the owner. He's one of the best anglers in the country. He's also one of the best guys in the industry, hands down. He treats me like family. He treats my son like family. He treats all my people like family. His boards are great, cheaper than pretty much any board out, which I like. A lot of my guys like too, because you do lose boards, or like in Justin's case, you get them run over.
Yep, that's it. Got a question here, Chris. What's the difference in dragging rivers that have tidal effects, such as the James River? All the rivers that I'm dragging are titled. Okay. And man, I'm gonna tell you, when I'm going against the tide and moving, it's paying off. Now I'm not moving quite as fast as I would be in the lake. I might be moving a 0.3, a 0.2, but moving is really paying off for me instead of anchoring. And I do a lot of anchor fishing also.
Right, but you go slow.
I go slower, yes. Yep. Yep. I like covering a lot more stuff, but I'm going slower also.
Well, that would be like for me if I were going into the wind.
Yep.
I would go super slow.
Yep. That's it.
Because here's the reason why. I'll tell you guys the reason why. It's going to be the same in a river or in a lake. In a river, fish typically point into current. In a lake, fish typically point into wind. So the natural presentation is to bring it to them. If you're going to go the opposite way, you have to go slower to give that fish a chance to react, because they're looking for a bait coming this way, but the bait's coming up this way. So you don't want it to go too fast. You want it to, and they can say, oh, there's a fish swimming against current, and they'll go hit it. Where this one is coming, they know it's coming way before it gets to them. They're like, oh, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Bang, I got it. So that's the way if I'm fishing in a lake, I'm fishing typically with the wind. You can't really do that in current. So that's why guys drag super slow.
And Terry, up on the James, we have a lot of people that is dragging up there, man. And that's what we created these river weights right here for. We had a lot of people test them on the James River and other places, and that's what these right here are for. We have them all the way up to 10 ounce. A lot of people's using the 10s, the 8s, and that's what they're doing, man. Myself, here locally, I don't have the current quite as strong as this up on the James, so I'm using the 5s and the 6s a lot of times. So it's
all this year was Mike Mitchell says they were coming straight towards the back of our boat between our boards. Got about 50 feet from us before I got their attention. Any closer, and they were not going to like what was going to come at them.
Wow.
Oh, man. My home lake's got a lot of sailboats on it. And you think bass boats are bad. Sailboats are the most dangerous boats on the lake because they aren't looking forward. They're looking backwards. When they're sailing, they're looking backwards. And I can't tell you how many times I've heard that oh shit button hit by people on a sailboat, and they throw every freaking rope and spin all that stuff as quickly as they can because they're heading straight for us. And we can't hear them. Hell, we're pointed towards the back. Yep. We're dragging, we're looking towards the back of the boat. They're looking towards the back of their boat. They're coming straight at us. So there needs to be, I don't know how that could be remedied, but man, dragging, because when I'm dragging, I'm pretty much stationary. But when they're sailing, they're hauling ass because they're out there on a windy day. So they're cutting through the water. But Chris Horde says, I can't even afford a castable sonar, man.
I always, on the river myself, I always like dragging against the tide. I really do. Now, if I'm in a creek and getting off in the creek, that's different. It all depends on, what size creek or what I'm going to do for that area. But going against the tide, always.
Mitch says, how can you successfully use planer boards on the Missouri River? Jamie, do you have any idea? I've never fished up there.
I've never fished up there neither, but I know parks, they have the big river boards.
Yeah.
And I'm taking it. I know the current up there is probably a lot stronger than I fish here locally. I don't know how it's compared. Probably it's even maybe a little bit more than the James River.
Fishes up there, Mitch. I will ask Kevin what he recommends. I know you're going to need a locking clip if you're going to do it. I'll ask him what he says if it's doable, because I know he's caught some over 100 up there.
Yeah.
I've seen his pictures. He's got some giants off Missouri. So once DM says the master outdoor says once he learned the boards, he could barely stand to sit on anchor. I think that's a lot of guys. There's more activity when you're running boards. A lot of dead time when you're on anchor. The thing with anchoring is when it's not going well, you got to pull those damn things. So you tend to start staying in areas you should not stay so long. Whereas boards, you can keep moving and you say, all right, in 200 yards, I'm about to hit this piece of structure. So I can go for about 10, 15 minutes, but then I'm going to be on another piece of structure. There's a chance there'll be a big one on that. So.
And you look, Chris, man, you got so many different depths, especially on the rivers. You got, your shallows, your flats, your deeps. I mean, you got so much that you can use in your favor. I mean, you're going to be able to find those fish, I mean, regardless on the rivers, where they're going to be. So, I mean, use it.
Mike Mitchell says he's dragging year round other than on the river. That's me. I'm dragging year round. Only time I don't typically is during the threadfin spawn when I'm up in about 6 inches to a foot of water. I'm up in sticks, or if we got a lot of water coming into the lake and the fish are all up in the sticks, I'll be up in there anchored. It's not long. As soon as they get out of those sticks, I'm back to dragging. I prefer it.
Chris, it looks like, can you explain the proper use for the drift socks, when to use them and when not to use them, and how pretty much, for far as your drift socks?
I'm typically using them all the time because it's going to keep your boat straight. I'm pretty much oversizing my socks and then using my trolling motor to speed me up. If I'm in, so every boat's different on what size socks you're going to need. I like to use a Y harness, which is basically, it's a harness that goes back behind the motor and then the sock attaches to that. So I only run one sock. I don't have two socks on each corner. I prefer a Y harness. There's less stuff to snag when you got a big fish. Big fish like to run straight into those damn harnesses and you lose them. So I use the Y harness. That's one. Two, you want to match the drift sock to the wind speed. So typically my sock, I want my sock to be able to slow me down to 0.4, 0.5, probably average. That way I can speed up if I need to. If I need to slow down, I can slow down. If I need to slow down, I point my trolling motor backwards a little bit. And just adjust the speed on the trolling motor to slow me down. If I need to speed up, which is technically that's what I'm doing most days. My sock I'm using my trolling motor to take me a little faster than what my sock wants to pull me. That way I can steer where I want to go. If I want to hit a ledge, I can stay on the ledge. So for me, I got a 24-foot bay boat, which is a big, heavy-ass, fiberglass boat. On a no-wind day up to about 8 miles an hour, I'm using a 54-inch Lindy Blue Fisherman. They're cheap. I use those. A lot of guys use those with just aluminum boats, and they'll hold a boat pretty good. One or two of those. They're $30 on Amazon. They're cheap. They do a good job. But I got 278s. I'll run those on bigger wind days. And then I've got a 10-foot Easterland I'll run when it's really 25 mile an hour wind up to 30. Once it gets to 30, I get off the water. And I know that's not normal. I'm not normal. So you don't have to tell me. I already know. Michael Cox says, good evening. Welcome in.
Welcome in, buddy.
Yeah, boat going with the wind is definitely the best option. And now, here's the rule of thumb, Ray. When you see the fish on your sonar, you have to see what the fish are doing. When you don't have wind, when you have wind under about 10 mile an hour, fish will be orienting all different ways. They look kind of like when you see wild pigs feeding in nature. They're all heading a certain direction, but each pig is all faced this way, but they're all headed that way. Catfish are the same. But when the wind gets up to about 10 miles an hour or over, they all point directly into the wind. You no longer see them orienting like this. When you see them all point directly into the wind, it's time to bring the bait to them. So under 10, you go wherever you want. Over 10, start using the wind, and your catch rate dramatically increases when they point into the wind, because that's the presentation that they want. Presentation's key. All right, moving on down.
Mike says, I'll throw a couple 72s out the back in 40 mile an hour winds.
Justin Cox says, same concept as deer hunting. Also, scent trail is constantly moving to fish. You are not yet to. Whereas when you go with the opposite way, you don't get that advantage. I would agree, but in my mind, when dragging, scent is way overrated. I'm bringing the bait to the fish. It's the presentation is why I'm out fishing every freaking boat around me. They don't present the baits the right way. You're presenting the bait as an injured bait fish coming to them. Present it just like they want, where it's irresistible, and you'll outfish everybody around you. That most guys are just chunking it up and throwing out baits, thinking, okay, fish are in the area, but then they don't understand why I'm hooting and hollering all day, and they caught 3 good ones, and I caught 25 good ones. It's presentation. Presentation is everything. I think when you're able to present baits in a specific way to a fish that's waiting for it to come to them, it's more of an irresistible reactionary type bite that you're going to get. They don't actually have to be hungry and roam feeding, looking for food. Now, on a roam feed, we all catch fish. It's a great day. Everybody catches fish. But when they're not, and you have to present it just right, that's when the level of anglers, it's a wide gap between the guy, right next to you using the same bait, but he's not presenting it the right way. He's not cutting it the right way. He's not bringing it to them the right way. He's not putting it right where they want it. All those things make a big difference.
Yep. That's it.
Not that I'm the greatest angler in the world, but I do have some things figured out. And dragging, I've been doing it every week for, I don't know, 12 years now. So if I didn't have a few things figured out, I probably ought to take up golf. That ain't happening. So,
Dan, I appreciate that, buddy. I sure will. I'll let her know, my friend. We appreciate that. Dennis says, "Can y'all just write a book and I will keep it on my boat?" Oh man, appreciate that, Dennis.
So Justin, it's not necessarily smell, because I don't know that the current is moving as fast as the bait, but vibration is the catfish's number one sense. The new studies say it's the most used sense of any sense that a catfish uses. They can sense electrical impulses from the muscles in a bait fish. So they know it's coming. They know what's coming from the vibration, the electrical impulses giving off, the flutter. Epic Catfish, I've said this probably 10 different times on this show. He said, "Chris, you're on to something with the whole baits or the fluttering baits, because how many chunks of bait do you think are floating around in a lake? There's not very many, just a chunk of bait floating around. It's a whole fish. It's a beat up fish. It's a fish that's about to die. It's fluttering. So presenting your bait in that manner will catch you bigger fish. I think smaller fish are more aggressive feeders. They'll eat a chunk more readily. But to be able to really up your big fish game, presenting that bait like it's dying, it's in its last throes, big fish that's what they tend to want to eat. Something that's a little injured or not quite right, but still alive. That's why they're crushing that thing, biting the back half of that bait in half, Justin. That stinger hook's the key. I noticed they said something about your stinger hook over there at Bama Blues, Justin. That made me proud, dude. Like, damn, look at the size of that treble hook. Oh, shoot. Great. Our boards are great for ADHD, says Jack. I've got certain buddies that come on the boat. They're like, I just can't do it, man. It's just way too much. Way too much. And I tell them, man, you can scale back. You don't have to put out 4 sets, I mean, it's chaos.
Chris, I know people that'll put out just 2 sets, and hell, I know people that'll put out 1 set. I mean, they love it, but they don't want to put out 10 boards.
You got to build up to that,
And that takes a lot of work when you first get into it.
Just put out 1 set.
Yeah.
And get comfortable with that, and then put out another set. Get comfortable with that. You're going to have some problems.
Yeah.
And when it all goes bad, it's bad.
It goes bad real fast.
Man, it can be really bad. But when it all works, it's like a symphony, man. You got 3, 4, 5 big fish coming in the boat at the same time.
That's it. And it's like,
you got to be able to learn how to control. There's a lot to it. You got to control the fish through the spread. You got to keep them off the other boards. You got to be quick on the trigger when one takes one down, because they will side run through something else, and you got to get them pointed in the right direction. And all that stuff is learned from screw ups.
Yeah.
When you screw something up really bad enough, you learn. You're like, I don't want to do that again.
And that's just like learning how to stack your boards, man. A lot of people ask me, man, how did you learn about stacking your boards? When did you know that board was going to bypass the other lines? I mean, it's just trial and error. just
Yeah,
learning it.
I still even screw up. I'll look back and forget, and I've got my shortest board that I've casted out. It's done gone back and screwed everything up. But there are ways to get that board off of your other lines, and that's just trial and error. I've got buddies that come on my boat, and they've been pulling boards a long time, and they'll see how I untangle boards way out there. They're like, man, I didn't know you could actually untangle stuff like that, but it's doable. It's just a lot of time and a lot of curse words.
That's it. That's it. Chris was asking, either of you have any nighttime fishing lives planned in the near future?
Last time we did one, me and Tommy Anderson did one on the Slime Show. We had a pretty good trip.
Yeah.
I don't have any planned, but we may do one soon. They're fun. They're fun to fish live on the show.
That's it.
I don't want to fish live. I used to fish every trip live, every single trip live. I just got tired of it. It drew probably as much as positive attention as I got from it, like helping me in the catfish game or whatever. It drew just as much negativity. Jamie knows. I got
Trust me, man. It seems like the more you grow, the more that gets thrown at you. I mean, it's all time something. Every time you turn around, somebody's wanting to put you down.
I just told Jamie I'm not going to do it anymore because, I enjoyed like talking to my guys, but then the week after I got these haters that are, I even had guys that would come on there. I would have to have moderators that would boot people out that would come on there talking crap. Like people mad that my son's catching fish. People mad at the way I catch fish. People mad that I got 4 fish laying in the boat. Like I'm supposed to only have one, like 4 rods go down. I'm supposed to take care of one fish and just leave all these other rods to swim around and tangle everything so that I have to cut everything off and retie everything for an hour. No, that's not how it works. You got to get one fish in as quickly as possible. And while you're doing that, you may see one side running and you got to put it back down and get him under control just to keep it all. And then before you know it, you got 4 fish in the boat. But I would have so many guys mad that I was fishing that way. And it's like, damn, I'm doing this for fun. But it's like I got to defend myself.
I tell you, man, we catch it from one end to the other end sometimes. Chase, yes. As of right now, my plans are to fish the Monster Cat Quest on Santee in March. As of right now, we will be there. Carolina Lake Wakes will be there, my friend. Looking forward to get back to that 2-day tournament.
Kendall says, here in North Oklahoma, dragging has not been the ticket for me lately. One lake dragging has been good. Still 2 other lakes dragging bite is terrible. Anchoring has been good bite. Well, I can tell you that if you can catch them on anchor, you can catch them dragging. Because I've got a ton of buddies that are just like you. Say, oh, well, you got to anchor. You got to anchor. And you don't have to anchor. You just have to fish a specific type of way. If you have to anchor, it's usually fish are probably laying on structure. You got to find the right structure that's draggable. Now, not all lakes might not be drag. I don't know what lake you're fishing, Kendall, but most lakes have. Once you find the prevailing pattern, you can find draggable structure. It's doable. Trust me, I do it all the time. Guys tell me you got to anchor. Everybody's anchoring. I'm out there dragging. I'm doing great. I've crafted my game to drag because I prefer it. I anchored forever. I get it. Sometimes you got to anchor, but Mike says, I'll throw out a couple 72s on the back and 40+ mile an hour wind. Well, we had a north front hit on us, Mike, about, I don't know, was that 2 or 3 weeks ago, Jamie? I had the north front hit
Yeah.
on me.
Yeah.
I had a north front hit on me, and my guide buddies are calling me saying, "Hey, man, I'm in Louisville. The front's hitting. You might want to think about getting off the water." And I had seen the forecast, and it said 30-mile-an-hour sustained winds with gusts up to 38. I thought, okay, not a problem. I can do 30, no problem. Gusts up to 38. This means occasionally. But when that thing hit, it was 50-mile-an-hour wind, dude. And it went from 1 foot waves to 6 foot rollers like that.
Damn.
Like that, dude. It was freaking crazy. And the damn ramp that I put in at didn't have a courtesy dock. I'm with my son, and we get to I get to the ramp with no courtesy dock, and the waves are coming into the ramp, 6 foot rollers. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. So, and, I thought, I better not just panic and make some rash decision.
Yeah.
Because I thought maybe I could anchor, and jump off into shallow water. But 6 foot rollers, you can't anchor. There's no anchor that'll hold my boat, 6 foot roll. I would have to have an anchor for a battleship. I got a 32 pound box anchor. It wouldn't hold the boat, even with the trolling motor running. So eventually I thought, okay, well, I'll go around to the next cove. So I went over to a protected cove, parked the boat, and walked a mile to my truck and got the truck, put it, back up to the ramp, 6 foot rollers coming in. And I'm like, damn, this is going to be real sketchy. I parked the boat shallow. Luckily, I put one of those boat to trailer locking mechanisms on my trailer this year. And so when I drove it up there, it locked. So when I got it up there, I punched it. It went up on there and locked. And I'm like, whew, it went pretty good, And
I got to put one of those on mine, man. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
On a day like that, it saved my ass. It saved my ass. I don't know what I would have done without it. I would have had to just wait out the storm, Cat fishermen are crazy. Oh, man. All right. I got way behind. I'm going to skip through. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. I've had some questions asked, guys. Yes, when I do come, if you are needing stuff, I will bring it with me for sure. So just get with me ahead of time. I'll definitely have tackle, weights, and everything in the truck.
So I got a bitter taste in my mouth about the River Cat tackle, guys. So next week's show, I'm going to pull out the River Cat tackle hook versus our hook, and I'm going to show you why I don't like the hook. I'm going to show you why our hook's better, just because those guys were dickheads that come on here talking crap. Yes, I bought a pack of their hooks. Actually, I bought 2 packs because their 10-aught was a miniature hook. They called this thing a 10-aught. It was a miniature hook. Jamie, am I right? Their 10-aught's not a 10-aught.
Yeah.
So I bought one of their bigger hooks. I'm like, okay. And just because I wanted to see their hook, just like I bought Gamma-Cots, I bought every major hook because I wanted to see everything side by side to see what I liked about everything, and so that we could refine what we were using. And I can tell you right now, the hook we got is completely different than theirs. I don't know where the guy's coming up with this shit saying that Jamie's buying the hooks from him. That's just a blatant lie. So the guy's a liar. I'm not. I don't own Carolina Lake Weights. So I'm gonna stick up for Jamie. That's bullshit what that guy's saying. The reality of it is we come up with what we like, and it's a completely different hook than theirs. Much better hook than theirs. Did they have the first German steel hook on the market? Yeah, that doesn't mean that no other hook can be made out of that steel or that alloy. So sorry that, struck a nerve with me, but I don't like guys that come on and talk shit when they don't know what the hell they're talking about. So I'm going to stick up for Jamie. It's a completely different hook. It is not a River Cat tackle hook. It's a much better hook than theirs. I looked at their hooks, didn't like them. So, there are some hooks that I liked. I like the Gamakatsu Big Cat hook. It didn't have enough offset for my liking. So we looked at a bunch of different hooks on what we liked and what we didn't. So that's the reality of it. And I'm going to tell you like it is, whether they like it or not. So we keep it real.
I'm going to say this. I wasn't going to get up on air and say anything. I'm not going to get up on air and say anything, but if you want to air it out, 2397, if you want to air it out, go right ahead. It's two separate hooks, but don't come on here and calling me out when it's two separate hooks. I'm not one, but it takes a lot to get me uproared. But if you want to start calling me out, brother, we can definitely call it out. But it's two separate hooks. Yeah.
Hooks are not even close.
They were the first ones that had those hooks, but don't come on here and start a bunch of shit. I'm just telling you straight out.
So,
but I wasn't going to get and start out. It was laying it to rest, whatever. But brother, I'm not like that. But I'm not airing out nothing. But it's two separate damn hooks. Anybody can buy the ones whatever they want to buy. I don't sit here. If people want to buy my hooks, thank you very much. We appreciate your business. If they don't, hey, no problem. But I'm not on here calling nobody out, man. Don't do that.
Not blowing anything up. I'm defending Jamie. He come on my channel. This is my channel. I don't go over there on theirs saying, oh, our hook's better than yours. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm not, hey, brother, it was dropped until you brought it back up. So, yeah, just leave it dropped.
So, it's clarified. And you know what? Vulgar or not, that's me. I keep it real. And these guys that pretend that they're all these holy rollers and you go talk to them backstage, they talk the same way. The difference is I keep it real. This is me. I don't go over on other people's places talking shit, but I'm gonna stand up for my friends. And I don't think it's cool what those guys did. It shows really what kind of people they are. So you come defend them all you want, but ain't nobody in here going to defend them. They're all with us. So
I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it at that. I've said what I'm going to say, but guys, I'm just saying, if you want to buy my hooks, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you want to buy theirs, no hard feelings.
1,000 of the hooks went out today, so a lot of guys liked them. I'm proud of the hooks. It's a completely different hook. I think it's a great hook. I've been using them. They work good for me. So, kudos to you, Jamie.
I appreciate it. And guys, like I said, I'm sorry to get upset. Y'all know I don't get upset a lot, but I don't sit on here. My company, Carolina Lake Weights, we don't get into it. We stay out of a lot of stuff, but there comes a time when I will stand up for my company because we work really hard to put out the best that we can. We really do. But I'm going to leave it at that, man. I'm going to leave it at that.
Well, you done good.
I don't get upset often, man, but that hits a nerve with me because I know how hard we work to put out the best that we can, and man.
Yeah, I'm sometimes I I'm not afraid to stick up for any of my friends. I've always been that type of guy. It may get me sideways with certain people. I don't care. You know, I know Jamie's in the right. I know I'm in the right. Anybody who's with me, I'm going to freaking defend to the end, because if they're with me, I know they're with me, and I'm going to stick with them. Jamie, you did a great job. You got your own hook. I think it's badass. We're going to sell a ton of them, and they can be mad about it. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I everybody that knows it, you know, we do the best we can do, and like I said, we don't get into all the drama stuff. We try to stay away from it. We have our own show. The Slime Show does its own thing. That's why we're not like a lot of people on YouTube. We do our own thing, and a lot of people kind of don't like the way we do things. But you know, we do for our people.
That's that crowd.
We do the best we can do for our people. We get on here, we try to have a fun show, and guys, I apologize for losing my temper, but you know,
man, it's human nature. I'm not going to be a fake. I'm not going to be fake. I'm not going to be an ass kisser. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to defend my friends. You're my friend. You're my family. I'm going to defend my family. Anybody that comes talking shit gonna have a problem with me. I don't have a problem looking like an asshole. I'll be an asshole if it boils down to it. I'm fine with it. So we'll move on. You know, hate that it got heated, but it is what it is. Butt hurt people.
Guys, I appreciate all the comments in chat, man. We love you guys. I appreciate all the support, and a lot of you guys backing this up. You know, like I said, it is two separate hooks. It's not the same hook. I didn't buy them from them. We've done our own thing.
The truth, that guy's lying if he's saying that you bought those hooks from him. Straight up lie. So
it is what it is.
And we're about to sell tens of thousands of those damn things. So I love it, man.
Appreciate that, Vest. Appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much.
Stand up in the face of adversity, you know, not going to back down from some of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and for all, you know, for all the ones that know myself and Rebecca, this is our life. Chris has been here with us from day one. He has put in he's our family, and you know, we all support each other just like we support all you guys. And we lose a lot of sleep because we're out here working 2 jobs out here in the shop doing what we love to do for all of our people, and it's worth it. Every minute, every second, it's worth it for all of our people. And I'll speak for Rebecca. She just had surgery, and she'll be back out here as fast as she can because she loves doing this for y'all. And we appreciate the support, guys. And if something's out there said on Facebook, well, just block it. Just block it and get rid of it, because we're not going to respond to it. We're going to take the higher road, and that's that.
Yeah. And as far as them calling me out for being vulgar, that doesn't bother me at all. If cursing a little bit means I'm some vulgar person, guess I'm vulgar, but I'm real. And I'm 51 years old. It's not changing, boys, you know. Kendall says, love seeing you boys still got fire in your bellies.
I'm the
younger man.
I'm normally pretty quiet, man, but that hit me wrong tonight.
Me too. I don't like people that talk smack and lie about it.
Yeah. And Chad, you're right, man. We're not going to entertain the BS because, hey, Carolina, this ain't the first time that Carolina Lake Weights has had to go through a bunch of stuff. Like I said, when you get to a certain point in this business, people try to drag you down. They try to beat you up. But I can tell you, we've got a lot of good people, a lot of good supporters, and a lot of people that has helped us get to where we are today. And I would thank each and every one of them.
Ted says Gen X is vulgar, bud. Oh man, I try to be a good person, be a good role model for my son. I take care of my family. I take care of my friends. I donate as much as I can. I give back as much as I can. I try to help as much as I can. I may curse, I may spit, but I sleep good at night. I sleep really good at night. So we're gonna keep doing what we do. Jamie's going to keep slinging tackle. I'm going to try to help him. We're going to keep trying to help our friends. I'm going to keep donating, giving to kids, and we're going to keep hammering fish every week. That's the way we do it. Juan, appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
I got your back. Really, any of you guys. Y'all are all family at this point, so. It's funny that those guys obviously watch all the time quietly, because how do they magically just show up watching? Anybody that watches but just comes in to argue, that's weird to me.
And guys, I will say too, guys, we appreciate y'all backing us up, but we're not going to respond to it if we see anything out there.
Tim Scott's in the house. Tim's back on Facebook.
What's up?
Starts on Facebook. What's up, Tim? We'll get Tim back on soon. It's
that would be excellent, man.
Cold weather fishing. He's probably losing his mind. All right. Well, I think we've ruffled some feathers. We're good at that.
First show back. Wow.
I defended my friends. I'm damn good at that. I don't feel sorry for any of it, and I'm proud to be like that. I'm going to keep doing it. So anybody got a problem with Jamie, they're going to have a problem with me. I'll tell you that. It goes for any of my friends. That's how I roll. So we got to put some shows together. We're probably due for some guests. Who do y'all want to see on the show soon? We need to probably get Justin Cox on. He'd be a good guest. Mike Mitchell would be a good guest.
Yep.
Tim Scott, he's always a good guest. We go till damn near 10 o'clock at night when we got Tim on. Tim says his feathers are fairly rough or are rarely ruffled, but when they do. Watch out. Starting the year off with some fire. Dennis Perry says, I love it.
Oh, man. Love it, guys. Appreciate it, man. We really do.
Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. Matt Mosley. I don't see Matt. Oh, you want Matt Mosley.
And guys, yeah, if y'all ever see.
That's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Teammate. So.
And guys, if y'all ever see me at the gas station or at Santee or anywhere, please walk up, say, hey, love talking, man. We got to get back up to Columbia up there and to another tournament up there on Murray, but we appreciate y'all guys.
Beth says that's why he gives a cool down period on friend requests, because there's a circus of clowns amongst us. Zane Stith. We had Zane on not too long ago. We can get Zane on again. Zane was a good guest. We've had most of my top level fishing buddies. I know a bunch of top level fishing guys, but not everybody's comfortable coming on this format and talking with us. So Mike says just chilling with the guys. Those are really our most popular shows. Other than some of our probably our two most popular shows was Tim Scott, and I think our most popular show was Matt Knight. So we lost Jamie. I don't know what happened to Jamie, but we're coming to an end. I'm starting to calm down from got my blood boiling there for a minute, boys. Kendall West says, be cool to get Justin Cox on. I agree. We'll get Justin on. Get Justin on soon. Maybe we'll get Justin on next week if he's available. We may have to change our schedule soon.
Yeah.
So.
But we'll definitely give everybody a heads up and everything.
Y'all should see if Spencer Bauer was River certified. We already got Spencer on. We had him on not too long ago as well. How long are skipjack and shad good frozen, says Sean Wolford. I don't know that shad are good frozen. I think skipjack freeze a little better. I typically like fresh bait, Sean. So I wouldn't use frozen shad, but that's just me. Jamie's having technical difficulties. Adrenaline crash sucks. Oh, man. Must have missed that one, says Chase. Well, you can go back on my YouTube channel. I've got them all on there. So if you want to see them. Team Cox stands behind Carolina Lake Weights. Appreciate you, brother. Tell you, for the scroll-worthy app, Facebook has more big catfish than all others combined. That's true. There's a lot more people on Facebook. And here's the thing, Tim. A lot of those other social media platforms don't have really a whole lot of high-level anglers putting out content. It's content creators. They're more geared towards entertainment rather than the fish catching part of it, which a lot of people like. I'm in this fishing thing for the fish. I'm about them fish like you. You're pretty good at both sides of it. The entertainment, the entertainment, the teaching part, and also the fish catching, which is kind of a unique thing you got. But you're an old fart, so social media stuff's a young man's game. We're fishermen, not not content creators. I try to make some funny stuff, memes and stuff, meme videos, and crap like that, just for my guys. But TikTok, what are you talking about? Says Dennis. Dennis going live on TikTok. So I don't do a whole lot of the live stuff anymore. I just kind of got burnt out on it. I just got going on taking new people fishing and taking kids fishing, and really a lot of people that are new on the boat don't want to be on a live stream. So I just quit doing them. I always say, oh, maybe I'll get back into doing some lives, and then I never do. We've done some on the show, and they were fun. I liked fishing with Jamie. That was fun. Dennis Perry says, I made 2 people laugh last night. Yeah. I fish because fishing is my passion. I do enjoy helping people. I don't enjoy trying to make long form videos. I tried it. It's just not for me. I don't like the editing part. I don't like having to do all the little B-roll stuff and all that to make a good video. No. Tim says he does 3 kinds of videos: adventure, information, and entertainment. Most all, however, are all about the pursuit of gigantic catfish. I like that. We had Dieter Melhorn on, and he said, Chris, I really think you could have a popular deal if you would gear your stuff more towards just the novice, the Catfish 101 is what he said. And that doesn't interest me. I don't. Catfish 101 is it's kind of a pain in the ass to talk about that. I prefer to talk to these guys that have been doing it a while. They're trying to up their game. I try to help them refine some finer points to get better. More the intricacies of trophy catfishing rather than the basics. I don't like to me, the basics is boring. I don't like the basics. I prefer a smaller group of really passionate guys like what we have here. I love this. I love that we got a passionate group of guys that, fishing, have that same passion for fishing as that we all share. I feel like we got something special here. It's not it is a social gathering of crazy ass catfishermen. What's up, Kevin? Welcome in, buddy. You missed the fireworks. So we had those other boys, German steel boys, on talking crap about our hooks. I let them have it. You'd be proud. All right. Dennis Perry says, I'm leaving the rods at home next time I'm out. Going to just graph and pull boards with no bait for practice. Well, that'll force you to look, but there's something to learning from your success and learning from your failure. When you're failing, trying to figure something out, and then figuring something out helps you with your learning. When you're doing something right and you don't just give up and go home after you've done something, you try to learn why the fish were doing what they were doing that day. That's a learning experience. So I would take the rods, man. Fish it.
Man, my service, I don't know.
It's going to work. And if it works, why is it working? If it's not working, try something different until a little something works. Next time, you'll know what to try. And then you can kind of refine that down to something that really starts working. We hear a lot of guys talk about the skunk. The longer you do this, the less of those you'll have. Sometimes, they're just part of the game, but learning from your errors and your mistakes, when you zigged when you should have zagged, that's a big learning experience. So being able to iron out those hills, flatten those hills and iron out the curves, that's what failing and success does. It helps you figure out what not to do and what to focus in on more.
Sorry about my service, guys. I don't know what's going on with my phone is blowing up here or something.
Tim says talking with people and showing videos to experience big fish guys is what he prefers as well. I agree. That's why Tim, that's why we get along so well, buddy. We have the same concepts and ideas of what we like and what we want to be a part of. Now, you're better at talking to the masses than I am. I tend to piss a lot of those guys off. Case in point tonight. Made some guys mad, hurt some feelings. I'm good at that. Brenda Giddens says, how you going to pull boards without rods? LOL. Dan Weldon says, Dennis Perry, LOL. Kevin Walters working the ambulance tonight. Sucks. I missed it. Oh man, I had to stick up for Jamie because trash talkers come on with their German hook trash talk. So, Off the Hook Outdoors says, "What's up, brothers? Welcome in, Ted." All right. I sure zagged last weekend with a fat zero, says Daniel Carter. Man, it happens, I say on those days, I am just trying to find one iota of success so that I can say that, okay, well, I came home learning something. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes you just take the loss and you just try to move on. But if you can, on those tough days, if you could try to figure something out, where are the fish? And in that area, did you have some action? Why was there action in that area and on that specific day? And you caught 2 fish. Where did you catch those 2 fish? And why did those 2 fish bite over the other 10,000 that you went over that didn't want to bite? Time, ass kicking, and more ass kickings. And then you'll get some stuff figured out. Wind matters in current. Does wind matter in current, Jamie?
Not where I'm at. Not where
current is the prevailing deal. The wind's not going to make, I guess, maybe on the surface, but the fish aren't on the surface. They're down low, and the current's going a certain way.
Regardless. That's it. Yeah. You just have to put it up with it on surface, but other than that, it's no problem.
All right. I'm glad Tim's back in the house. We're going to have to get Tim scheduled up because Tim's one of my favorites.
Man.
We've had him on 3 or 4 times, but
I love it when Tim's on, man. That's a heck of a show. It really is.
Justin Cox says, "Tim, keep posting them videos. Been learning some new things. Can't wait to put it to the test when I get back on the water." Kevin Walter says, "I sure caught a lot of fish on them hooks." Well, Kevin, do they have a receipt where you bought them hooks from those guys? Because that's what they were telling me. They got a receipt. Oh, man. Kevin's a good partner for Carolina Lake Weights. He's Monster Catfishing. Y'all can go over there and buy all kinds of top-level catfishing gear, including Carolina Lake Weights. Correct?
I tell you, man, Kevin Parks over there, or Kevin Walters has a bunch of cool stuff. He's got a lot of new stuff in, and I can tell you, if we don't have it, please go support Kevin for sure, because he definitely has a lot of good stuff over there. And from what I've heard, he's got a lot of new stuff coming in, and so definitely go check him out.
Tim says, "I have years of teaching average people high-value concepts without really pissing them off." I hadn't figured out how to not piss them off yet, but I'm fine with it. The people that know me, the ones that don't know me don't like me. So what do I freaking care? They don't know me anyway. So they can, people that aren't going to like, they're going to, if they don't like you, even if you don't give them a reason, they'll find a reason. Sometimes it's just they don't like the way you look, the way you talk, your accent, whatever. My problem with that YouTube crowd, Tim, came when we hit our 950-pound day on a YouTube live. And the YouTube community was never the same after that towards me. My buddy Bill's like, "Chris, after today, nothing's going to be the same for you with these guys." I didn't understand what he meant because I was new to social media, fairly new. He's like, people are not going to like what you just did because you did it right, in live. And he was right. Got more hate off of that than that. It is what it is. So I cut back on all of that, and now I just help we have our slime family and we help our guys try to improve, we're going to keep doing that. So, Jamie, you want to give away some hooks?
Yeah, let's go ahead and give away 2 packs, Chris.
Let's give away 2 packs, and then I got a set of Parks planer boards I'm going to give away. And we'll do it for the guys that are still here. So we got 45, 46 people in here, 47 people in here right now. Let's pick a number 1 through 100. Don't start picking till I say go. And we're going to give away 2 packs of the Action Jackson 2.0 hooks, my son's signature hook from Carolina Lake Weights. Those are 10-aught hooks. We'll give away 2 packs of those. I'm going to give away a set of Parks planer boards after that. We'll do 3 giveaways. Let's do 1 through 100. When we see the number go past, I'm going to text Jamie the number right now. And then when we see the number go past, we'll say stop, and we'll stop it. And we're going to do this rather quickly. So let me text Jamie the first number. Tell me when you got the number, Jamie.
Got it.
All right. Go. 1 through 100.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah.
I got one on the YouTube side.
Okay, stop. Stop guessing. All right, I never saw it. Who was it?
I got Trent Hall.
Trent Hall. Boom. Trent got him some Action Jackson 10-aught German steel hooks. I'm going to show the number because we got to make sure everybody. So the number was 27. Trent Hall's number was 27. All right. I'm going to pick another number. I'm going to send it to Jamie. Tell me when you got it, Jamie.
Got it.
All right. When I say go, start guessing, guys. Wait till I say go. Go. Oh, right there. Average Joe Catfishing, 88. Average Joe Catfishing. I forgot to tell you guys, only guess once. So. All right, stop, guys. I should have typed stop in, but they're still guessing. All right, Average Joe. Y'all find me on, I already got Trent's info, Jamie, and I was already going to send Trent.
Yep. Just if you would, just text me that info after the show, Chris.
All right. Average Joe. Find me, message me on Facebook Messenger, your address. We'll get these out to you in the morning. All right, Parks planer boards. Set of green Parks. Reach out and hook one. I've caught about probably 100,000 pounds of catfish on these, maybe more. They work. All right, I'm gonna pick a number. Let me think of a good number. Okay, I got a good number. Jamie, let me know when you got that.
Yep.
These are for the Parks planer boards. Kevin is one of our show sponsors. Parks planer boards. If y'all need Parks, there's his number. 620-361-6447. Tell him we sent you and he'll give you a better deal than anywhere you'll see. But here's you got the number, Jamie?
Yeah.
All right, let me hit go and then y'all can start guessing. It doesn't count till you see go across the screen. Go. One guess each, guys. One guess each. Everybody get their guess in? I saw one that was one away. Everybody get your guess in. Only one guess. And then I'm just going to pick the closest one to it. Danimal, what's up, buddy? We're giving away Parks planer boards if you want to put a number in 1 through 100 right now. Okay, Dan's got 37. All right, I'm going to hit stop. Everybody's got their guess in. All right, I got Kelby Madrid was 56. Number was 57.
That's the closest one I see to, Chris.
57. Kelby's, man, he's won before on here. He's a lucky son of a gun. Kelby, send me your message me on Facebook and send me your address and I'll get these boards out to you this week. Average Joe Catfishing, message me and we'll get you these hooks out. Trent, yours will come in your order. I think you said you already got an order. Y'all didn't send that out already, did you, Jamie?
I'll have to double check and see.
Not,
but whatever. Yeah.
Okay, Kelby said first time. I thought Kelby'd won before.
Man, another fun show, brother. Giving stuff away, having a good time.
Others, which we're good at, becoming feather ruffling artist. All right, appreciate you, Joe. We
appreciate everybody being here, man.
Thanks for everybody for tuning in. I had a good time. Got our emotions revved up a little bit, but that's all right.
Guys, we appreciate everybody. Appreciate all the support and love, man. And y'all keep doing what you're doing, catching them big fish, and see y'all next week for sure.
Y'all need anything from me, just holler. John, give me a shout, dude. I'm fishing Sunday. I expect it to be super tough conditions, but we're going to go and see if we can get lucky. So Bring your son. If you come, bring your son. And guys, happy 2026. Tight lines. God bless. Azul out.
Later, everybody.